There's a lot of talk about how to control fear. It's often said and talked about that love is letting go of fear, surrendering fear. A Course in Miracles does a great job, well, at least it has for me, of helping us to understand the power of your mind, the secret of letting go, self healing, self doubt, and joy is the way to everyday miracles. Real joy is the way to everyday miracles and self-healing and how to control fear. Whenever you keep from sharing the joy in yourself with others and with the world, don't you feel deprived? You know, we all do, don't we? Sure we do, because there are times when we want to just share our joy by just shouting it out and telling the world how great we feel about a certain thing that we're doing or whatever it might be. Hello everyone, this is James Nussbaumer, and welcome to my video blog. I like what author Hal Elrod suggests in his book called The Miracle Morning. He says that extending the joy within us is what guarantees to transform our lives if we allow it to. But as I have learned and discussed in detail in my second book of the series called Mastering Your Own Spiritual Freedom, Lessons from A Course in Miracles, what I've discussed in this book and what I've learned, what I share with my readers is that it's impossible to deny part of our joy and to know how to control fear, just as we cannot love only in part. No one can experience part of his or her love or joy that is felt during elation and save the other part for a later time, perhaps when we might be experiencing misery. No, it doesn't work that way, and it is simply impossible to deny joy or love, isn't it? It's there. It's what it is. We can't deny it. Trying to deny something holds no power, but you can give it the power of your mind, which is limitless. If you use the power of your mind to deny the reality of who you are, then your reality will be gone for you. Then the true reality of who you are cannot be appreciated. It's the secret of letting go of who you are. I'm sorry, let me back up and say it's the secret of letting go of who you are not. Yes, of letting go of surrendering who you are not and leaving room for what you do want in this world. This is the answer to why you don't know how to control fear, because you are not accepting who you are and your purpose here in this world. This is how you miss the idea of the whole child of God, if you will, or in traditional terms, the Son of God. The whole child of God within the mind of God is being yourself, as being yourself. It is yourself. It's oneness. That's why it's whole. Love is letting go of fear. Sure, we have to surrender fear. You may have doubts and questions, just as I often have, and the voice in your head might say, I have these great ideas and I really want to express them to the world. You move forward in feeling that you can help others, but then you ask yourself a question from self-doubt like, who am I anyway to even consider such a notion that I can help the world? Have you ever felt this way before? Sure you have. We all have. Even slightly, have you felt this way before? Have you ever had ideas that excited you to no end, only to keep them hidden, only to hide them away for whatever excuse it might be, and then later on had regretted it? Well, let me tell you that I surely have, and it's all because of not knowing how to control fear. It's in not accepting the super mind power that love is all about, letting go of fear. In writing my books, my personal editor and friend, Carol, and how I met her is an amazing story, which is explained in my first book called The Master of Everything. But in writing my books, my personal editor and friend, Carol in Sarasota, Florida, has convinced me in her own unique style not to be afraid to bring forward in my mind what it is I truly want to say. She had convinced me to let go of any spin or sidetracking of an issue. Likewise, at about the same time as Carol's lesson had sank in, so to speak, for me, I discovered a lesson in the student workbook of A Course in Miracles that I should not try to interpret the Course's principles the same way that others do. Then later, in another section of A Course in Miracles called the Manual for Teachers, and then another section in the Song of Prayer, I was specifically instructed to use my own unique interpretation when extending my thoughts of the Course's content. That's what the Course asks us to do. A Course in Miracles can be quite abstract, and how we interpret it is up to each individual, but it's all about wholeness and oneness, and ultimately the purpose is the same for everyone, and what we're after, and which is really to help us overcome self-doubt in this world. The lesson in all of this for myself and for you is that all along, deep within, I already knew this, but for some strange reason, I would continue to put spin or sidetrack an area and concern myself with learning the interpretations of other well-known teachers of A Course in Miracles. Why? Because I guess I was afraid of showing too much of me or showing all of me to the world. I was afraid of being judged to whatever degree the world might judge me. I thought I needed to preserve some of me, I guess, for another time, so I would always be trusted. So now, with this out of the way and realizing that love is letting go of fear, let's move forward in life by trusting in ourselves so we can begin allowing the world to return that trust to us. If you're wanting more confidence with trusting, I suggest some other avenues that you can find at my blog, which is, if you're at YouTube, which is at the link down below in the description box here. But when we can trust that the universe, the whole child of God, if you will, and like I'd said, traditionally termed the Son of God, is always helping us, then we may accept how to control fear and see how we can heal self-doubt and gain confidence in ourselves by clearly just being ourselves. You, yes, you, as the whole child of God, are the only reality that exists. And this divine reality is the universe. Yes, it is. And therefore, you cannot appreciate yourself only in part. You know, if you feel this article is helpful, I want to mention again that this video blog was helpful. You can find this article in written form at my blog post, which a lot of times helps us when we go to read a blog and then go back to the video. We can put the pieces together a little more easily. So click the link down below and it will take you directly to my blog. And if you've enjoyed this content and enjoyed what I've had to say, I've always been, people have said that your messages are always thought-provoking. So if you've enjoyed this thought-provoking message, please click and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you'd like to subscribe to my thought-provoking Everyday Miracles newsletter, you'll find that link at my blog site. And once again, if you're at YouTube or Facebook or Twitter watching this, it's in the description box down below, the link to that blog. And in my newsletter is where we, meaning you, the reader, and I, the author, we bring our minds together for self-success and a better world and living the life that we want. Now I hope you decide to move on and live each day of your life in this world by realizing how to control fear in yourself, and that love is all about letting go of fear and understanding the power of your mind more and the secret of letting go to self-doubt. And I hope you're thinking a lot about your own life and all the natural gifts that you have inside, and be willing to extend that and leave the self-doubt behind and extend the natural beauty within you to the world. Like I've always told both of my adult daughters to be smiling all the time. Show that smile. It's an extension of self. Be yourself without any self-doubt or fear. And there is how you know how to overcome fear. Thanks for listening to me, and I hope we meet again. God bless.